Yeah.
I will be discussing my VIP experience at Ateez, the Fellowship Break the Wall tour in my state. And, right, so first things first. I had to wait a very good long while in the beginning. Like, I woke up early in the morning and I went to line up. My sister joined me in line and we were there for a good while. It was very, very cold. I was freezing, and there was this really nice Atiny organizing everything for us since she was there, I think, way earlier than all of us got there. So she organized all the lines by GA, Sector VIP, and Atiny VIP. And we come to also find out that they weren't going to give us any wristbands, any numbers, or anything like that. So it's all thanks to her that everything was organized, and she was really friendly and really helpful. After that, at 10 o'clock, we went to another corner of the building and we stood there from 10 till 1:30 because 1:30 was going to be the check-in. And I was thinking, well, how am I going to leave? Because if you didn't have anyone to hold your spot, no one, you would lose your spot. You would have nobody basically to say, hey, you were standing there, But the Ateenies I was standing in line with and my sister being there, helped a lot. So I was able to go back to my spot after I left to go get changed and come back because they didn't give us any numbered wristbands. That was so inconvenient and I did not like that. Whoever managed this tour was horrible. I wish we had numbered wristbands. It's always better to get a numbered wristband, leave, and then come back when you're ready. At 1:30, they scanned you in, and once you got in, you cannot leave. Well, at least for our venue, we were not able to leave, and so I was stuck there until soundcheck. So once we got in, they scanned our ticket. I was having issues with my ticket, but it finally loaded, restarted the app and everything, my whole phone. And then I got into another line where they would hand you this pink wristband. This was for our venue. This is the color we got. It was pink. I wish it had the tour information on it. I have two other wristbands with the tour information on it, but this one has nothing. It's just pink. And they'll give you this, this, and this. And I really do like the logo on it on the front and also on the back. This is actually one of my favorite pieces of the concert. I really, really like it a lot. It's a beanie and it's for winter. I think Ateez knew it was going to be cold. They're like, here, take this beanie. And here's the lanyard. All the cities they visited, or they're still visiting. I think by the time I upload this video, they're still going to, I think, Atlanta next. They went to Chicago based on the date. Today is the 21st. Yes, I think they're at Atlanta. So they got Newark and Toronto. So the last one would be Newark for the US and then Toronto for Canada. So yeah, so once you got all that, they put you inside another room, and that's where we were waiting until 4:45 for sound check. We got in, and then we waited until 5:30 when sound check began. So everything was really great. I had a good time for sound check. I got some great footage, and it was an overall exciting moment. I was really grateful to be that close. It was so rewarding after being on Ateez past two concerts, to be this close. I think on the first concert that I went to, I was really, really close, but I wasn't barricaded or anything, but I was super close. But to be even more closer and to be on Barricade was so rewarding, and I'm so grateful for that opportunity. So, yeah. And now I will be discussing my Barricade experience. Alright, so in Barricade, I'm going to try to go as fast as I can, but also try to pace myself so I won't get, rant on. Okay, in Barricade, I had two people next to me. One of them was wearing a Chesan headband on my left, and the other person was wearing a glow-in-the-dark headband on my right side. And they were both next to me. So, And just keep that in mind. There's a reason why I'm mentioning this. And everything was going great once the concert started. The music, was blasting. I had a great time. They performed My Way, Mist, Say My Name, Wonderland. Everything was going great. The trouble began when Illusion happened, and I'll explain why. So when Illusion was happening, I actually have footage where I see all the members on the stage, on the platform, and in my footage you can clearly see the entire platform in front of me. Just, also have to state that as well. So when Illusion happened, I did find another person's point of view where you can actually see me waving, and as I was waving, Mingi sees me waving, and when he sees me, he gets right in front of me and looks right at me and waves at me. And I didn't realize this had happened to me, because once this took place, a lot of chaos ensued. I'm going to put the first video of me waving. I'll put it here. And then with the other video, you'll see in my footage right here, where I am shifting from right to left, because as this was happening, you could see the person's left hand in my video, in my recording. You could clearly see their entire, almost whole hand blocking my view. And I just figured out that I was actually filming with my left hand and waving with my right hand, because I thought it was the exact opposite. But looking at this footage and looking at other footage, I clearly see that it was my left hand recording and my right hand waving. And when this was happening, that person on my right was putting their entire weight on me, and the same thing was happening with the person on my left with the chasa and headband, doing the exact same thing on my left side. So I was getting completely pushed by these two people. And when this was happening, there was like a whole crowd surge coming and following Mingi's movements. You can clearly see it in the video as well. You will see my footage shift from right to left. You will see me move because the crowd is crushing me in the middle. Since I'm standing right in the middle, you'll see this happened. Now, I also have other footage that I found from other Atenees. You will see the person with the chesa and headband right next to me. You will clearly see them. And I also will post a screenshot here with the video. So you can see from my perspective where I was. I mean, I wasn't able to see anything, so I thought, like, what's going on? What's happening? And you can clearly see the person with the chesa handband, and you cannot see me. The only thing you can see is my arm. Would be my left arm? Yeah, my left arm, because Mingi is right in front of me. And as this was happening, those two people on my left and right were pushing up against me. In that footage, you can clearly see the crowd following Mingi. So, yeah. And it was my first time in Barricade in a large crowd, and it was a very extremely uncomfortable situation for me. I did not expect that would happen to me before. I mean, I would think everybody would be in their own spot, be considerate, but it's just, was unexpected. It was completely unexpected. Also, the screams in my video, you know, that's watermarked, those aren't my screams. Those are not my screams. My screams are very, very high pitched, and if you listen closely, you can actually hear my screams. They're so high pitched though. The other two people were making me deaf with their screams. I could not even concentrate on anything that was happening. So, you know, I didn't even realize that I had an interaction with Mingi at all because I was concentrating on the people pushing me from my right and my left side, and I didn't know what was going on in front of me because I was just crushed by people. You can clearly see it in the video. So, yeah, and the reason I was thinking, I thought honestly that moment that I got from Mingi, I actually thought it was for someone else. I wanted to debunk everything and make sure that I wasn't saying, hey, this happened to me, when it didn't. And I looked at it and make sure, okay, this happened, what was going on. And it's so much fun looking at other Atiny's different recordings from the same area I was in, because I didn't even expect it at all. I was like, no way, that's not for me. I didn't think so. I was like debunking it, I was doubting it, I was like, I don't think it did. And I was actually wearing Mingi's necklace, his birthday merch. So I hope he saw that. I think he did, because he waved. But, yeah, but I don't know, and I was thinking and doubting it and looking over footage, trying to make sure, trying to debunk, you know, just trying to be as accurate as possible because I didn't want to take anyone's moment, you know. But to realize that I actually got in a moment and not even realize it because of what was happening to me, it was quite uncomfortable. And the only reason I realized that I did get an interaction was because I reviewed my footage. I was looking over my footage myself and I said, wait a minute, did this actually happen to me? Like, no way. And I saw different angles and I was saying, wow. And based on my own, you know, footage, you'll be able to clearly see what I'm talking about. So that was unexpected. It was a really cool thing. I'm really grateful for that wave Mingi gave me. You know, I'm really grateful. Thank you, Mingi. I'm also thank you to Ateez for coming to my area, my city, and to coming to my venue. It was like the best thing ever. I didn't like waiting and long, like standing all day. I hope next time they do seating, because my back was on fire. It was very uncomfortable. Not only getting crushed by a crowd, thanks to my two people next to me, you know, on the left and the right side, but also, you know, standing for how many hours? 5 hours? Not including the other hours I was standing, you know, in the beginning. So that was very uncomfortable for me. Yeah, and also the person with the chosa and headband, when Mingi appeared right in front of me, I could see that she was just holding her phone. They were holding their phone. They weren't really doing anything except just holding their phone. I was actually waving, and that's why in that other footage you could see me clearly waving. You could see me waving. Hello, hello. So yeah, it was so awesome. That's all I did. That's all I did. I just waved. That's it. I didn't have a sign. I didn't have any neon lights and say, hey, look over here. No, I just waved. That's all I could do. Because I didn't expect anything. I wasn't looking for anything. It just happened, you know. So like I said, I'm very grateful for that interaction, and let's just hope that I don't get crushed again in the next tour, because that was very uncomfortable and I felt like I couldn't breathe, to be honest. It's not something I would want anyone to go through, because it can get that chaotic in an instant. It's like it happened so fast, even for me. The crowd consumed me. I was consumed. I'm not blaming anyone, but yeah, that's what happened. And so that's all for, you know, my experience. And if y'all have any questions, y'all can ask me in the comments below. But yeah, so thank you everyone for watching.